bring this up here before go over. And once you're on your back, bring your knees up, planting your feet on the mat. And walk your feet as wide as the mat. Allow your knees to fall in. So constructive rest. This is really good for your lower back. So your knees are a little bit wider and your knees fall in towards each other, forming like a teepee shape here. Adjust yourself, maybe release your shoulders from underneath you, release your neck. If you have an arch in the neck, then tuck your chin in slightly so that the back of your head is resting on the mat. And now take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now breathing in and out only through your nose. Breathing in yoga is typically done through the nose unless you have a sinus problem or allergies or something that prevents you from doing that. So deep, smooth inhales through the nose. Long exhales also through the nose. Close your eyes and use the tactile sensation of your belly rising and falling to connect with your breath as we arrive on our mat today. About 5 deep breaths here. And then slowly on your next inhale, reach your arms overhead, point your toes, squeeze your ankles together. Good morning stretch. Breathe into the front of the body. Reach, 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 reach. And then hug both knees into your chest, giving them a tight squeeze and rock from side to side, massaging your lower back. Use the entire width of your mat to massage your low back. Softly drop your feet down to the mat again. Feet are mat distance apart, feet are wide. Let's take your arms out to a T and drop your knees from side to side, windshield wipering your legs. Both knees fall to the right, come back to the center and fall to the left. A few times like this. Stay connected with your breath. Now drop both knees to the right and turn your gaze to the left. Notice the weight of your shoulders on the mat, both shoulders are on the mat. Gentle supine twist. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can pick up your right ankle and place it on the outside of your left knee. Totally optional, so if you're comfortable where you are, stay there and breathe. Breathe into your twist. Slowly release, bringing your feet as wide as the mat, drop both knees to the left. Now turn your right gaze to the right. Breathe here. If you're comfortable, stay here. If you want to deepen the twist, you can pick up your left ankle and place it on the outside of your right knee. Slowly come back to the center. Hug both knees to your chest. One more time, grab the backs of your thighs and rock up and down, massaging your entire spine. Maybe tap your toes to the front, tap your toes to the back behind you. And then after a few times, come up to a tall seat. Grab your blanket, plant it underneath your bum. So your sit bones are on the blanket, your knees are falling off the blanket so that you have a slight tilt in your pelvis and you can sit up taller that way. Your right ankle is crossed in front of your left ankle. Look at the kind of like the diamond shape that you form in between your legs, keeping both feet active here. Inhale, take both arms up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, palms come to heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Drop your shoulders, gently tuck your chin. Let's start class with one Om. Exhale all the air out. Take a deep breath in through the nose for the Om. Setting an intention for your practice or setting an intention for the remainder of the year, or dedicating the practice to something or someone, maybe for the well-being of the world in this new year. Gently open your eyes if you have them closed. Drop your right palm to the mat. Reach your left hand up and over to the right. Biceps are by your ears, so no ballet arms, but keeping that hand active. Pinky finger maybe spins inside. Breathe here. Maybe you can spin your heart up and gaze up towards the ceiling. Try to root down both sit bones to the blanket so that your left sit bone is not peeling up off the blanket. Hold it here. Breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe into all that space that you're creating there. Inhale, slowly come back up. Drop your left hand down. Reach your right hand up and over to the left. Biceps by your ears. One more time. Pinky finger maybe spins inside. Breathe here. Maybe gaze up towards the ceiling, spinning your heart up. Noticing both your sit bones rooted into the mat. Breathe into the space that you create in the right side of your body. Inhale, slowly come back up. Let's go for the twist now. Left hand comes on the outside of your right knee. Right fingertips plant behind you. Spin from the belly button. Sit up tall, reaching the top of the head to the ceiling, the crown of the head to the ceiling. You're twisting from the belly button. Maybe soft gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe. Breathe into your twist. With each inhale, sitting up taller. With each exhale, spinning from the belly button just a little bit more. Now leave your left hand where it is. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Cross your right hand over your left hand to grab the left knee. On the inhale, press your heart forward, gaze up towards the ceiling, seated cow. Exhale, lift your knees up as you round your back, chin to chest, belly button to spine, spine to the back of the room. Inhale, cow pose. Press your heart forward, lift your gaze up. You come forward to the front of your sit bones. Exhale, send your sit bones back, round your back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. One more time like this. Inhale, seated cow, rock forward and open your heart. Exhale, rock back and round your back. Slowly come back to a neutral position and leave those arms crossed as you take it to eagle pose. You can either grab opposite shoulders with your arms crossed, or touch the backs of your hands or cross twice and touch your palms together. Send your elbows forward and lift them up to the level of your shoulders. Breathe into the separation of your shoulder blades here. Notice where you feel the stretch. Is it tighter on one side? Breathe. Go where it's comfortable and nice for you. You don't have to wrap your arms twice. If it feels good to just grab opposite shoulders, do that. And release. Slowly plant your fingertips to the front and walk your fingertips forward. Inhale, lift up, look up, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Fold over your legs, breathe. Breathe into your hips. Slowly lift up, look up, and walk your fingertips back to your face, back to your knees. Cross your legs the other way. So now left shin in front of your right shin, forming that diamond shape with your legs here, keeping both feet active. Let's take a twist to the other side now. Right fingertips to the outside of your left knee, left fingertips behind you, spinning from the belly button, reaching the crown of the head up, soft gaze behind you over your left shoulder. Breathe here into your twist. Notice all the tightness in the muscles in the back. My mid back always feels tight, and this sort of twisting does wonders for that. Leave your right hand where it is as you slowly come back to the center. Cross your left arm over your right arm. Grab a hold of your right knee. Let's take a few more cat-cows on your inhale. Press your heart forward. Gaze up as you arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Send your sit bones back as you lift your knees up and round your back, belly button to spine. Inhale, press your heart forward. Gaze up. Exhale, round. Slowly come back to the center, eagle arms grabbing opposite elbows, opposite shoulders, or touching the backs of your hands or wrapping twice to touch your palms together. Send your elbows forward, which means you're pushing your elbows forward and lifting them to the level of your shoulders. You're not lifting your shoulders up, you're not shrugging your shoulders up, but just bringing your elbows up to the level of your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe into the separation in your shoulder blades, all around your shoulders, the front, the deltoids. And slowly release. Plant your fingertips to the front and walk your fingertips forward. Walk, walk, walk. Inhale, lift up, look up, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Breathe into your hips. Slowly lift up and walk your fingertips back to your feet. Remove the blanket from underneath your sit bones. Move it to the side. Keep it close by if you need it later. And come on to all fours, tabletop pose. Planting your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish and press the mat away. Tuck your tailbone in, Flat back here. I should be able to balance my cup of chai on your back. Hold it here. Let's activate that core to start with, just to see what core engagement feels like. So tuck your toes in and lift your knees just 2 inches off the mat. Keep pressing your mat away, sucking in your belly button to create that weightlessness. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Soften your belly one more time. Cat cow here. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze on the inhale. Lift your tail up, arching your back. Exhale. Press the mat away as you round your back. Gaze to your belly button to spine, spine to ceiling. Inhale. Soften your belly. Lift your tail up, arching your back. Gaze up like a happy cow. Exhale. Angry cat. Push the mat away. Belly button to spine, spine to ceiling. Slowly come back to a neutral tabletop one more time, setting up that flat back. Take your right hand behind your ear. On your next inhale, you'll send your elbow up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbow to left wrist. Inhale, take it up to the ceiling. Follow it with your gaze. Exhale, elbow to left wrist. One more time, elbow up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to left wrist. Inhale, last time here, elbow up to the ceiling. This time, extend your arm, fingertips up to the ceiling, gaze up at your thumb. Exhale, thread the needle, send your right arm underneath your left armpit, plant your right shoulder right here on the mat for a thread the needle shoulder stretch here. This is also a great twist. Stay here and breathe with your left palm in front of your face. Options to take that hand out to the front of your mat, or take a bind by reaching around and grabbing a hold of your right thigh. Keep spinning your heart to the left to get all the benefits of that twist in addition to your shoulder stretch. Breathe here. Slowly plant your left hand back in front of your face if it's anywhere else. Inhale, lift your right hand up one more time, following the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, plant that hand back down. Other side now. Take your left hand to your left ear. Inhale as you lift the elbow up to the ceiling. Exhale, left elbow to right wrist. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, left elbow, right wrist. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, left elbow, right wrist. Inhale, take it up. Send those fingertips up to the ceiling. Gaze to your left thumb now. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath your right armpit, planting your left shoulder, left ear on the mat. You can leave your right hand where it is. Reach it to the front of the mat, or wrap around and grab a hold of your left thigh for a deeper twist. Breathe into your twist. Breathe into the stretch that you feel in your shoulder. Really juicy shoulder stretch here. Plant your right hand back in front of your face if it's not there. Inhale, lift your left hand up. One more time, following the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, plant your left hand back down. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes to touch. Send your hips back to your heels and then start walking your hands forward to take an active child's pose. Forehead comes to mat or maybe on top of a block or a book if you have it. Keep your fingers tented this time so that you have an active child's pose. Your elbows are off the mat. You're reaching forward using all that length that we created in the side stretch. So this is not a passive child's pose. You're really reaching actively through both through both hands, pointing your fingers to the mat. Breathe here, breathe into your hips, breathe into your side ribs. Slowly come up, plant your hands down and roll forward, slither forward. Plant your hands right underneath your shoulders, come into a teenage cobra, squeeze your elbows by your side, gaze forward or gaze up. Feel the stretch in your lower back. Take a deep inhale here, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, send your hips back to your heels, child's pose. We'll flow like this a few times. Inhale, slither forward to a cobra pose. Lift your heart, drop your hips, squeeze your elbows. Exhale, send your hips back to your heels, reach your hands forward, child's pose. One more time, inhale, slither forward to a cobra pose. Lift your heart as you drop your hips to the mat, squeeze your elbows by your side. Exhale, send your hips back, child's pose. Slowly come forward and come all the way onto your bellies. Locust pose from here. Salabhasana, you can take half locust if locust is too hard on your back. Then just keep your feet planted on the mat and just do the top half of the body. If you want to do full locust, bring your hands by your side. Palms are facing down. They're not facing up, but you're touching the mat with your palms. And then go ahead and first start feeling rooted into the mat with your hips. So feel the connection of your hips and your pelvis to the mat. And then on your next inhale, peel everything up off the mat, resting on your pelvis. Reach your fingertips back, reach your toes back actively. Hold it here. Great pose to strengthen and stretch your lower back. Hold it here, breathe, breathe. Effortless breathing, smooth breathing. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wiggle your hips out. Maybe windshield wiper your legs from side to side, whatever feels good, just for a breath or two. Round 2 of locust pose this time. You'll interlace your fingers at your back and lift your knuckles up off your back. So you're not resting your knuckles on your bum, but you're lifting it up. Press your pelvis down on your next inhale. Peel everything up off the mat. Reach your knuckles towards your feet. Reach the toes back. Hold it here and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pick up your feet and windshield wiper them from side to side, releasing your lower back here. Round 3 of locust pose this time. If you have a block or a book or a ball or anything, bring it to the front. Superman locust. Press your pelvis down to the mat. Hold your block in between your hands as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, peel everything up off the mat, reaching the block forward as if you're trying to give it to someone. Hold it and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pick up your feet, windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Drop your feet down to the mat. Extend your right arm out. Now you're going to pick up your left foot, peel your left thigh off the mat, and then drop the left foot behind you, rolling onto your right shoulder. Scorpion pose. You can either stay here or reach around with your right hand to touch your left. Reach around with your left hand to touch your right hand. Hold it here, breathe. Another good shoulder stretch. And a twist. Slowly come back to the center. Reach your left arm out as a T. Pick up your right foot. Peel your right thigh off the mat. And then twist and drop the right foot behind you, coming onto the left side of your body. Breathe here. You can either stay here or reach around with your right hand to touch your left arm. Slowly release. Bringing both hands underneath your shoulders, press up into seed pose. Traditional child's pose, so come. Bring your knees together, sit back on your heels, and then drape your torso over your thighs as you bring your forehead to a mat or block. And rest your arms by your side, palms face up. Breathe here. Seed pose or child's pose, great release for your lower back here, especially after doing locust pose. It strengthens our back. This is a good pose to neutralize and stretch the low back. If you have a sandbag or something heavy, you can place it on your low back. You can ask someone to place it on your low back now. It feels really yummy. Reach your arms forward now, and then slowly start walking your hands all the way over to the right. Your hands are going to come off the mat. You're going to take a side stretch here in traditional child's pose or seed pose. Breathing into the left side of your body as you reach your left arm diagonally across, making sure that both your hips are still back on your heels. Slowly walk back to the center and walk your hands all the way over to the left, reaching your right arm diagonally across. Reach. Breathe into all that stretch that you feel in the right side of your body. This side for me always feels tighter, maybe because we use it more. I'm right-handed and the dominant side always gets tighter. So I feel really tight in the back here, and this feels good. So reach actively diagonally to the right and breathe. Slowly come back to the center and come up onto your heels. Take your blanket if you want some padding. We're going to, and bring your book or block as well. So we're going to take like a twist here. So if you want a blanket, you can pad it up once or twice and plant it underneath your knee. You're going to come up and bring your right foot forward. Plant your left hand down on a block or on the mat as you reach your right hand up. Gaze at your right thumb. So go ahead and pad your left knee if you want. You're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Anjaneyasana twist, low lunge twist. Breathe. Keep spinning your heart, belly button to the right. Keep opening your heart, which means you're not dumping in, but really trying to open your heart. And reach your arm up, gazing up at your thumb. Breathe here. 5 deep breaths. You can plant your left hand on a block on the mat, or if you have a book or something, you can plant it on that. Slowly release. Other side now. Bring the right knee back, move the block over to the other side, bring your left foot forward, pad your right knee if you want. Plant your right hand down on a block or on the mat. Take your left hand up. Gaze at your left thumb, spinning from the belly button all the way over to the left. And then taking your hand straight up and gaze at your thumb, keeping your hand active. Take one more breath here and release. Move your block away. Keep it in front of your mat, block or book, and come up to standing at the front of your mat. Standing up tall, go ahead and shift your weight front and back so that you find your balance. Drop your tailbone down and suck in your belly button so that you're standing up tall, reaching the crown of the head up. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, cactus arms, baby back bend. Open your heart up to the ceiling. Inhale, slowly bring your fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. It's okay to keep a bend in your knees. Once you're down here in Uttanasana, forward fold, let your head and neck go. You don't want to hold your head and neck up in Uttanasana. So maybe shake your head out. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend in your knees is okay, a generous bend. And just hang here. Slowly lift up, look up, and bring your block with you. Plant it in front of your feet in the middle of the mat. We're going to twist to the right and left using the block. So right fingertips on the block or on the mat or a book or something. Take the left hand all the way up, twisting from your belly button one more time. Reach your left hand up. Maybe your gaze goes to your thumb or you keep your gaze forward. Keep the back of the neck engaged so that you can protect your neck in these sort of twists in yoga. Breathe. Left fingertips come down to the block this time. You take your right fingertips up, following the thumb with your gaze. Breathe here. Reaching your fingertips actively to the ceiling. Let's flow a little bit like this. Right fingertips down. Reach your left hand up. Left fingertips down. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, bring both fingertips down. Take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows, allowing the weight of your head and neck to elongate your spine to the mat. Sway from side to side like a pendulum. Notice the stretch in your hips. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And release your fingertips to the mat. On your next inhale, bend your knees a lot and slowly roll up to standing. For our balance poses now. Find your balance with your left foot on the mat. Get really light on your right foot, maybe coming up onto your tippy toes, and bring your right knee up. Hug your right knee into your chest. Stay here, breathe. Use your drishti, your gaze, to find your balance. And then slowly take the right hand to your right knee and open the knee out, right knee out to the side. Hold it here, breathe. I'm going to turn and face you guys. Slowly bring it back to the center. Take your left hand on your right knee, send the right arm out, and then twist your knee to the left, right knee to the left. Breathe. You can keep your gaze forward or take your gaze to the right. I'm going to stay here, or else I'm going to fall, I'm sure. Do what your balance allows today. Slowly come back to center, hug your knee in again, and then release. Shake it out. Other side, find your balance on your right foot. Maybe getting really light, coming onto your left toes. Bring your left knee up and hug your left knee in. Breathe here, find your balance, use your drishti, your gaze. Maybe don't look at me, look at a spot that's not moving. Just listening to my words here. Right hand to your hip, right hip. Left hand to your left knee, open the knee up. Breathe. Come back to the center. Right hand to left knee as you twist the knee to the right. Take your left arm out as a T. Breathe. Slowly come back to center. Give that knee a tight squeeze one more time. And then go ahead and release. Shake it out. Doesn't matter if you wobbled a little bit. If you had to come back to it a couple of times, it doesn't matter. Just gets better with time. Take your feet as wide as the mat. You're going to come into Malasana and take a Malasana twist from there. Before we come down onto the floor again for some really yummy long stretches. So take your feet as wide as the mat. Toes are pointing out. Reach your arms forward, suck in your belly button, drop your tail as you send your hips back and down. Keep your tail tucked in, flat back here. Stay here, gaze forward, hold it. Keep pressing your feet down. Pressing your feet down really engages those glute muscles. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat down a little bit lower. Now your thighs are parallel to the mat. Keep sending your hips back so that your knees are tracking with your ankles, squeezing the knees apart. Hold it here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Building some strength in your knees here, coming all the way down to the mat for Malasana, Yogi Squat. You're going to bring your elbows right inside your knees. As you press your knees out, you're going to squeeze your knees back into your elbows so that it feels like a spring action here. Drop your tail down and lift your heart up so that you are not rounding your back, but sitting up tall. If this is not easy for you to sit in Malasana, you can always sit on a block, put a block underneath your sit bones, but keep all that engagement of your knees squeezing in, your elbows pressing out, and your core engaged. Breathe. Now reach your right hand diagonally across. As you take your left hand up, gaze at your left thumb. Breathe here. Stay here in an open twist, or you can reach around for the bind, half bind or full bind. Keep spinning your heart open to the left. Breathe. And release, coming back to the center. Rock it from side to side. Reach your left hand out. Take your right hand diagonally up. Gaze at your right thumb. And just stay here in an open twist. If you want, take a half bind, reaching your right hand behind you. Or take a full bind to grab both fingers together. Keep spinning your heart to the right. And slowly release. Come down onto the mat, planting your bum on the mat. Extend your legs out for Upavishta Konasana. Wide-legged forward fold. So your legs don't need to be really wide. Just keep them wide enough so that you can keep your knees pointing up to the ceiling, your toes pointing up to the ceiling. So if you take them too wide and then your knees are flopping open, don't do that. Just bring it back closer. It doesn't really need to be that wide. So sitting up tall, again, blanket underneath your sit bones helps. Sitting up on a blanket if you want. Bring your fingertips to the front and start walking your fingers forward. Inhale, lift up, look up, elongate your spine. Keep the toes pointing up, keep the knees pointing up. Exhale, fold. Breathe. Slowly walk your fingertips back. Turn your belly button to face your right knee now and start walking your fingertips forward. Walk, walk, walk. Inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold over your right knee. You can just allow your arms, hands to rest on the mat next to your legs or grab a hold of your right foot, your choice. Slowly come up. Allow your elbow to rest on your right elbow to rest on your right knee. Grab a hold of your right toe if you can. Inhale, spin your heart open to the left and reach over. Maybe you can grab a hold of your right toe with your left fingers as well. I can't reach that far, but if you can, go for that. If not, just keep the length, keep the side stretch, keep both sit bones on your blanket. Breathe, reach your left fingertips over to the right. Breathe. Again, that yummy, juicy side stretch, the separation of the ribs, creating that length and space. Slowly come back up. Now spinning your belly button over to the left knee. Start walking your fingertips forward. Walk, walk, walk. Inhale, lift up, look up, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. You can grab the outside of the foot or allow your hands to just rest comfortably on the mat. Making sure that your toes are both toes, all 10 toes are still pointing up. Your knees are pointing up. Slowly come up. Rest your left elbow on your left leg. Grab a hold of the left big toe if you can with your peace fingers, left peace fingers. Spin your heart open to the right. Reach your right hand up and over. If you can grab a hold of your left toes, do that. I can't reach that far, but if you can, reach and breathe. Reach. If not, just reach your right fingertips over to the left and breathe into all that separation that you feel in the right side of your body. slowly come back up. Bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose. Take the feet as far away from your groin or as close to you as you want, depending on how deep you want to go into the stretch. Use your thumbs inside the arches of your feet to open your feet up like a book. Sit up tall. Remember that your sit bones are grounded on the mat. Your belly button is sucked in and you're reaching the crown of the head up. Breathe into your hips here. Maybe flap your wings a bit. Take a deep inhale here, elongating the crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, start hinging at your hips and folding forward. One more time. Inhale, elongate your spine, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold over your toes, rounding your forehead to your toes. Breathe here. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, cobbler pose. Sometimes some people call it tailor pose. I'm not sure why. More of a cobbler than a tailor who sits like this. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly come back up. Extend your legs forward and come onto your backs. I'm going to just do a supine twist before we rest for quite a long time in supine fish. So bring both your blocks or your books with you if you want to take supine fish. If not, just your blanket for legs up the wall. You have choices. So grab the backs of your thighs. Bring your strap as well. So your belt, your strap, your scarf that won't rip apart. Set it down close to you and then come all the way onto your backs. Bring both knees into your chest first and then rock side to side. Extend your left leg out. Take your strap, loop the strap on the arch of your right foot as you extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Both ends of the strap in your right hand first. Breathe into the back of your hamstring. With each inhale, see if you can press your right heel up. When you press your right heel up, notice if it deepens the stretch in your right hamstring. And gently, don't hyperextend your knee. Just maybe gently try to straighten that leg. Some people are really flexible, and that's as bad as being really strong. So a good balance of strength and flexibility to prevent any sort of injuries. Now take both ends of the strap in your left hand. Let's take that supine twist. Reach your right hand out as a T and bring your right leg over to the left. Gaze to your right. Breathe into your twist. Try to see if you can soften a little bit with each breath as you allow yourself to relax more. And then slowly come back up. Release the strap from your right foot. Extend your right leg. And then loop the strap on the arch of your left foot as you bring your left leg up. Taking both ends of the strap in your left hand first. Breathe into your left hamstring with each inhale. See if you can extend the heel up to the ceiling. With each exhale, see if you can pull that leg a little bit closer to you. Try not to hyperextend that knee. Both ends of the strap now in your right hand. Extend your left arm out as a T as you twist that left leg over to the right and turn your gaze over to the left. Supine twist. Stay here for a couple of minutes. So try to soften and let go with each breath, allowing your twist to work for you. About 5 more breaths here. Allow yourself to relax a little bit more. Slowly come back to the center and release the strap. So you have options now. Just take a traditional Shavasana by extending your legs out, taking your arms wide, palms face up, releasing your shoulders from underneath you and releasing the arch from your neck by tucking your chin in slightly. Close your eyes and breathe here and start observing. Option 2, supine fish. Bring both blocks with you. It's a great heart opener for the beginning of the year. Placing the block lengthways in your mid back. So once you're down, you'll probably adjust the block. Taking the other block and planting it underneath your head. Allow your shoulders to roll open. Options for your legs, extend them out or take supine butterfly by bringing the soles of the feet together. Supine fish with supine butterfly legs. Great heart opener, hip opener here. Again, if you had sandbags, you could place them on both hips to open your hips up, allowing your shoulders to melt. Option 3, bring that blanket underneath your hips and send your legs up for Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Allow the weight of your hips to weigh you down rather than trying to reach your feet up. So just relax your feet, but just notice the weight of your hips. So like a passive legs up the wall. If you have a real wall, you can go up to it and throw your legs up the wall. Arms wide, palms face up. Again, allowing your shoulders to relax here. I'm going to stay here for 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Start observing how you feel now. After all that stretching, twisting, balancing, how do you feel? How do your shoulders feel now? How do your hips feel? How do the backs of your legs feel? The backs of my legs and my quads are always tight. Soften your forehead, especially all the creases in your forehead and the space between your eyebrows. Allow it to relax. Allow your eyelids to soften. Soften your jaw, your lips. Soften your belly. Soft, quiet breaths now.